If you make too much money for free Medicaid, but you can't afford regular insurance, then what do?
Panic?
My name is John Ross with Finance on a Budget. In this video, we'll talk about health insurance because while it may seem like a no-brainer, some people actually still don't have health insurance because they don't qualify for the free one and yet still can't afford the paid one. Countries like Canada offer free health care for its citizens, so why can't the USA?
USA! USA! USA!
While Obamacare was, and kinda is, a good idea, it's terribly flawed. Where I live in Connecticut, my health insurance used to be a simple $100 a month out of pocket. This was affordable, and we had wonderful health insurance. 2 years later, they changed the policies where my options were to pay $450 a month or show less than $34,400 a year for the free state insurance. That's a crazy gap, and neither option was particularly appealing. If I pay $5,400 a year, I couldn't afford to buy a house. If I only show $34,400, then I don't make enough to qualify for the house. So I might as well just go on Section 8 and food stamps and then let the government pay for everything. But I digress. What are the factors to consider when buying health insurance? Conceptually, the most obvious thing to worry about are the monthly premiums, as these will add up on top of your everyday, day-to-day expenses. But you can't forget about the deductible, which is the amount of money that you still need to pay out of pocket before your health insurance even takes effect. This may also include the copay and coinsurance, which is the amount of money that you need to pay as the health insurance company splits the medical costs with you. This simply means that every time you walk into a doctor's office, you have to pay $20 to $40 out of your own pocket. Then swing by the pharmacy and they want another $20 per prescription. The amount you actually have to pay is completely up to your individual plans, and the amount will vary wildly. Take note of the maximum out-of-pocket expense as well. This is the maximum amount that you will have to pay to cover over a course of a year for your medical expenses, also called the out-of-pocket limit. When you pay for deductibles, co-payments, co-insurance, all of these go towards your out-of-pocket limit. It's also important to check whether or not your insurance covers dental and vision insurance, probably not, critical illnesses, as well as gap insurance, which is a supplemental health insurance policy that will assist you in paying costs associated with the gaps in your healthcare expenses. Once again, not likely covered unless your employer is offering something special. How can you save money when you buy health insurance? As always, window shop first to see what each company has to offer. Similar plans can be extremely different for no perceivable reason. It helps to have a trusted agent or broker rather than just buying online yourself. Make sure that you only buy insurance that won't hurt your finances severely, which means making sure that your basic needs are covered. Also, make it a habit to review your policy every year to check what's changed and what hasn't. There might be changes your provider hasn't even told you. Watch out for that. Once, my health insurance kept the same name, but the price doubled. When I looked into it, they also offered the exact same thing under a different name for the old price. I have no answer for insurance policy price differences. Just take your time to shop around every year and don't settle for what worked last year. It will absolutely change year after year. And remember, just because a plan has the lowest premium doesn't make it the best one to pick for you and your family. Lower premiums usually mean more exclusions and higher deductibles. Then you end up paying more out of pocket for those needs on top of your basic healthcare coverages. Always check your medical bills for any errors. You'd be surprised at the high rate of errors when it comes to the medical billings. Ask for a breakdown of every single item in your medical bill, because sometimes this simple method can lower the amount owed because they were just billing for common procedures, even if they weren't actually performed. They once tried to charge me for tests that my insurance wouldn't cover, but I contested them because I knew that they never drew the blood from the tests that they said they had done in the first place. Also, whenever possible, buy generic prescription medication and use locally available doctors and pharmacies within your network. It's also a plus if your plan can cover regular exams, preventative checkups, screenings, and immunizations. When you can, try to shop around for group insurance type benefits through group associations. For example, if you're a farmer, then there's a Farmers Bureau health insurance. Finally, use an HSA, health savings account, because they're tax deductible. This means that you can put money into your account and it can grow tax-free. Plus, you can withdraw your funds without penalties. You can maximize this account even more by adding to it regularly. I'll have another video on HSAs in the future because they're such a great place to keep some of your money tax-free. Hospital stays. Basically, health insurance covers your medical expenses when you get sick or injured. It's a safety net in case you're unable to work, resulting in income loss. Think of it as monthly payments in preparation for future hospitalization that will be very expensive if paid out of your savings. When I was 18, my parents were having a 4th of July party, and they asked me to move a keg of beer from over here to over there. Next thing I know, I popped a hernia, and being 18, I didn't have any health insurance yet. I had to wait months to get put onto and approved through my father's health insurance. Then, it was off to the hospital for them to cut me up. And those hospital stays can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've even seen COVID top over $1 million for the unfortunate people who had months-long battles with it, and while staying in the hospital. The only true way out for them was to file for bankruptcy, which is a whole other broken system. What's legal? This is because most health insurances don't provide you with 100% coverage and will often have a maximum benefit limit that you can claim. According to the Affordable Health Care Act, or ObamaCare, qualifying health coverage is a requirement for all American citizens, otherwise you'd have to pay a fee. This fee has long been suspended, but the new administration may actually bring it back, as the way that it is currently structured, it is technically unconstitutional. Our United States Constitution is designed to be a republic, and having citizens pay nothing for healthcare is being socialist. I won't voice my opinion here, but based on what our founding fathers intended, the original Obamacare would be correct, paying that fee. Different types of health insurance plans. How health insurance is currently structured, students can stay on a parent's health care plan until the age of 26. Meanwhile, recently self-employed individuals can use COBRA, or the Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, to continue their employer's coverage until a new plan is found. Those on a low budget can check to see if they qualify for the public health insurance plan, Medicaid. In Connecticut, this is called Husky. Veterans may qualify for health care via the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA, while senior citizens can qualify for Medicare. For married people without children, you can buy individual insurance plans or choose to buy a family plan. This and other options can be found under healthcare.gov, while Connecticut's plans can be found under accesshealthct.com. Employer-provided healthcare plans or group plans follow the same rules for employees and can be more affordable than individual plans because it's for a whole group. Short-term healthcare plans like Aflac can temporarily fill the gap between coverage, but they're not considered qualifying health coverage. Medicare for Americans above the age of 65 offers cost-reduced healthcare or free healthcare to eligible individuals. This includes inpatient care, outpatient care with extra monthly premiums, the Medicare Advantage for buying into private health insurance, and prescription drug coverage. And finally, Medicaid, as a federal and state health insurance program, is ideal for low-income individuals and those with low liquid assets. Similar to Medicaid, the Children's Health Insurance Program, CHIP, covers minors, children below the age of 18. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Who am I kidding? Nobody's gonna make it to the end. What a boring topic. Maybe I should have just built a squirrel maze instead.
For squirrels. This course is extremely challenging. It is not for the timid of heart. But out of the gate, I will admit that in hindsight, that I completely underestimated my adversary.
Thanks for watching.